August 8, 2024, 3:50 p.m. Little windy out here. You know, I am a retired Air Force veteran that serves solely on active duty. Okay, for over 22 years and 1 month. Kamala Harris's running mate. So you all can understand this, you know, because you got all this, you got this guy, you know, the actual veteran, saying he said some stuff. Okay. When you get to it's the top 2 ranks in the military enlisted. If you get selected for promotion to those ranks, you generally have to sign a commitment. Okay? You have to sign a commitment, and if your enlistment termination date is inside of that commitment, you would have to re-enlist. The commitment is generally around 2 years, best I can remember. Okay? So, you get selected for promotion, your time for promotion comes up, you get to wear that rank. And in this case, this gentleman evidently was a sergeant major. But he didn't commit he didn't put his time in. He put in for retirement before his commitment time to be retired at that grade was completed. So if this gentleman is buried at Arlington National Cemetery, for example, his rock's not going to say E9 on it, okay? It's not going to say it. His ID card he carries in his pocket, you know, everybody ought to ask him to look at it. To say that you served as a sergeant major is one thing. To say you retired as a sergeant major is a whole different ballgame. And no, they did this to him. This wasn't voluntary. Oh yeah, he volunteered to separate early, retire early, before his commitment was completed. Now, it's not a crime what this gentleman did, as far as retiring like he did. It's sad to see him to go out and not tell the whole story, you know. To say he was a command sergeant major, but decided to retire before his commitment was fulfilled, and he didn't retire as a sergeant, that would be the correct thing to say. So no, his tomb rock at Arlington, if that's where he decides to be buried, won't have the grade E9 on it. Now, there's some reasons, you know, you could have a family, you could have some real family problems, you could have a mother or father gravely ill that might cause you to retire early and not fulfill your commitment, okay? But we've not heard that from this guy, have we? The only thing we've heard in connection with his retiring is, oh, his unit was put on alert notice. Okay. So that's how I see this. The Army Times, they're using this term. You can go look at it. It's over there on the internet. Reverted back. Well, that's sort of that's not the word to use. It's not a voluntary effort. His grade was taken away from him to the next lower grade. That's what happened. And that's how it works. That's how it works. You know, you can be in the military and be holding a high grade like that, and you can commit a wrongdoing, and you could be either a court-martialed or punished under the UCMJ. The rank that you are currently holding could be taken away as well. And again, when you go to, if you're planted at Arlington, that highest grade you held, it's not going to be on that tomb rock. And that DD Form 214, let's see the guy's DD Form 214. I know exactly what it's going to say on there. Okay? So this guy is being a fraud. He's not being honest with the people on his military service record. He didn't even do that when he was running for Congress. He was a phony. Now, here's the other thing that's bad about this when you think about it. It would be one thing if you had a family member who was gravely ill and you just needed to be there. And you decided to retire. Okay, I could get that. Just remember this. When he was selected as E9, had he not been selected, somebody else would have. So he took somebody else's place. And that person may have done their commitment. That's the sorry part about this. So other than a personal, very personal reason to do what he did, that would be the only reason I could understand it, okay? And it would be right. But you would still expect this gentleman running for federal office to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I'm not going to vote for that guy, okay? Veteran. He's lied to us. He's not went to the podium and clarified. He didn't get the newspaper articles corrected that were printed on him when he was running. He was trying to get all the fame he could out of his damn military service. And I don't like people like that. Okay, remember what I'm saying in this video. I am a retired Air Force veteran with over 22 years. I think I got a pretty good idea how the system works, okay? You can read about some of this on the internet even, probably, as far as how it works. That's going to conclude the video. I hope people found this information beneficial.